Hello and welcome to EU4 Mandate of Heaven, the Great Southern Dynasty, where we are playing as the rather mighty Ayutthaya. We just won a war that annexed a pretty good portion of Southeast Asia for us, and now we're just kind of looking to get rid of our crazy high overextension and also introduce colonialism into our nation because it has spawned over in England somewhere, and that's going to take too long to get to us. So we are we're coring as fast as I can, or as fast as we can, and hoping that a coalition doesn't form and start a punitive war. The people of Ayutthaya were pleased when Queen Sri Ayutthaya announced her marriage to Mansur Shah. At the time, little was said about his origin or his upbringing. He's a Muslim, of course. In Patani, to most common folk in Ayutthaya, royals are a breed of their own, and they care little for such details. However, rumors bringing these issues to light have recently begun to spread. Some say the prince has refused to let go of his old Sunni faith, while the people may have understood the need for a marriage with foreigners. They are less likely to do so when it comes to being a heretic. So I can get national unrest, which we really don't want right now, or attempt to divorce the prince. Pegu is going to be angry. Mansur Shah is set aside, and a new consort of 543 appears. We lose 15 prestige. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for the divorce. The House of Phra Bong. Not only spouse, but a new ally in the realm. Taungu. Their seat in Taungu is a jewel of the kingdom. Okay, well that's perfectly fine with me. Ming's asking for 11 power from us now. Also, Lan Na separatists have crossed into our borders. I only think we'll really need half the army to kill them. From Lan Zhang. Yep, that was rather easy. I'll wait until we can make Changtang a core. And it looks like we can almost get the next level of military tech. We have a rebellion happening over here. Let's not take any chances. Let's send everybody over there. So you guys combine forces. Put the general at the head of the army that is closer to where the rebels actually are, and then when he moves into this province, we'll merge these units. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do it this way because I didn't click fast enough. 10 years of separatism, everyone's favorite. All right, hardy warrior. So that is that's one rebellion down. Probably gonna have at least a couple more. By the way, I installed the Mandate of Heaven content pack since the last episode, so we now have Asian canon models, which is pretty cool. They've got the Chinese characters on them. Oh, we can't fit our whole army here, can we? Can we fit them all here? Possibly. Not really. Where is our highest? We're just gonna have to keep our army in two different provinces. We've hit the point where we don't have a single province that has a high enough supply limit that our armies won't be taking some form of attrition. Cruddy and Mongpai seem to be our most rebellious provinces right now. Mongpai is up here. Yeah, we'll take 965, 865. We'll take the smaller army. Send them up here. We'll take this army and park them right here. Man, these supply limits are garbage everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. Supply limit sucks. Alright. Cambodian separatists have risen up. Let's see if we can take them out with this army. If not, we might have to bring in some reinforcements. It's going to be close. Okay, we won. So now our two highest rebellion province. The other one is Nan. So the Cambodian separatists aren't going to rise again for a while. That's the good news. And the reason I'm not teching yet is because I want to spend a lot of monarch power on development. Oh, you want Diplo power now? Well, we should have refused that. I'll refuse the next one that they ask for that's not military. They're outraged toward us. Harbored criminals and aggressive expansion. They don't like us that much. Maybe we should continue to pay tribute just until those modifiers go away. Also, I should have a diplomat constantly improving relations with them. I should also have a diplomat devoted to improving relations with our allies. Noble family requests aid. We can afford ducats more than we can afford admin power right now. Sunni zealots? Really? Alright, well, we'll deal with it when it happens. Do we seriously run out of money again? Why are we bleeding money so bad? Or did we go over our force limit? What the freak is happening? Minus 952 a month. Could reduce inflation. Fort maintenance. That's what it is. We inherited like 30 forts from our mini conquests. Let's just mothball all of our forts. How about that? We'll mothball all of our forts. We're gonna mothball any extra fleets that we might have. Looks like it's just that one. So let's select the smaller fleet, mothball, combine these into one. Jeez, okay. Now they want admin power from us. We gotta balance the freaking budget. Missionaries, root out corruption. Oh, root out corruption is costing us a lot of money apparently. Because we have unbalanced research. So, yeah, we really need to get the next level of Diplotech. Yeah, that's killing us. That is absolutely killing us. We could fire our advisor. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. That's gonna set us back. What is our current gain in Diplo? It's +8, so it won't be too bad. Thalong, we'll go ahead and start trying to convert them. Well, we have really low karma. Prospering times. We need Diplo power right now. Our Diplotech should cost a pittance because of all the ideas we took, but Age of Discovery is ending in 120 months. So the Age of Reformation, the Protestant Reformation has started. We have a very short amount of time to get one of these bonuses if we want it. We'll probably get the... Can't decide if we should pick up cavalry ratio or if we should pick up... Oh yeah, make sure we're staying on top of our coring. There we go. Yeah, we gotta get our economy under control. Monastic orders, political struggle. I'm not gonna meddle in the affairs of the monastic orders. Civil war in Delhi. Not gonna really affect us, is it? Alright. So now overextension is the only thing causing us corruption. Should also reduce inflation if we can. That's good. We can deal with 1% inflation. Alright, so we're now back to a positive balance. We just need to pay out some... Let's refuse the tribute. Oh, provincial feud, and we maxed out mill power. What started as a dispute of minor concern between a local strongman and some of his tenants has somehow grown into a dispute of national importance, with priests, scholars, nobles, and street demagogues all sharing their opinions as loudly as possible. The parties of the feud have finally turned to Sri Suryotai to have their conflict solved. Having heard them plead their cases, our queen is convinced that the tenants, however deplorable their situation, are the ones at fault. A just and well-argued verdict is unlikely to upset anyone, but it is quite tempting to use public opinion to increase our own authority over the province at this strong man's expense. We can settle it justly, gain 10 prestige and plus yearly prestige, and nobles become loyal. We must exploit this situation. Every owned province will get -5 autonomy for 30 years. And every province not at its minimum an immediate reduction of 15 autonomy. I might lose the just trait, though, and there's a good chance I will gain greedy. Let's settle it justly. I think that's the right way to go. Okay, now that we are maxed out on military power, I want to start developing this place to give us, or no, this is where we want to start developing, to give us progress towards colonialism. So, we'll dump a little bit now, and then we'll wait for the next tick. Okay, so diplomacy admin is going to be the order we're going to do this in. Now they want military power. That's great. We'll give you all the military power you want. We have no problem with that, bro. So yeah, we're waiting on diplomacy because we want to spend the least on diplomacy out of our available resource types. And we're going to go ahead and keep the institution thing open. Mong Pai is now considered part of our patrimony. Maha Chakrapat's army reforms. King Maha Chakrapat has proposed various reforms to our military forces, including the training of a full-time professional elephant brigade. While many of these proposals make great sense, they will also be expensive and may cause unrest. Let's, yeah, definitely ignore his reforms and get admin power, as opposed to the power type that we don't need. Which will allow us to core stuff, which is good. We're not going to get the next level of military tech until our other two tech types have caught up, because it gives us corruption, and that's not good. Where was I developing? Down here, I believe. Or was it China? Yeah, China is the one with really cheap dev cost right now. Timurids, internal conflicts. We're capped on military power again, so we'll dump a little bit into development. We will soon be a center of colonialism. Oh, and we can get... Alright, so we can get one more before the Age of Discovery ends. I'm trying to think what's going to be the most useful to us in the long run. We're not really colonizing. I think the -100 war taxes cost might actually be the most useful, because we can raise war taxes anytime we're at war without spending any military power, and in the late game having more cavalry in your army isn't necessarily always a good thing. Okay, so we're just waiting for our diplo power to tick up, filling up the map bar here. An advisor has died. Pegu is no longer a rightful part of our realm. We've lost conquest against Pegu. Can we start annexing them yet? They're still mad at us for annexed vassal, forced vassalized, and offended by divorce. So it's going to be a little while. We'll work on it, though. We'll keep working on it. Alright, Shaya. Boom, boom. Yep, you can have our mill power. Diplomatic insult against Arakan. Those bastards. Oh, we have a revolt. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a revolt. Production research is flawed. I think we can afford to lose 10 prestige right now. And we have lost another province to increase autonomy or whatever. But at least we're not in immediate danger of another revolt for a long time. And we can start converting Thalong. Which is where? Where's the long? It's right there. Why don't you stay here and protect the missionaries? We're gonna dump some power. We are going to hire... We'll hold off on hiring advisors until we've paid off our debt. That's probably more important. Political refugees. Oh, we just got +2 missionary strength, too. Following a lost power struggle, a large group of political refugees from the Ming empires began to seek refuge in our country. The conflict seems insignificant enough the waning... Okay, so this is... We've seen this one before. We want to get the development cost, because we are currently trying to develop a province to spawn an institution. Settlement of political refugees. Falling behind in tech for long-term benefits. Truce with Champa has ended. They're safe for now because we're spending all of our monarch power on getting colonialism. And we're extending some loans. Luckily, we're making enough money now that it shouldn't be hard to pay them all back in due time. Let's we'll let it tick over to full. I want to keep the province fairly balanced, so that's why I'm not just dumping all of my mill points into it immediately. Ming wants tribute, military power. You can keep having all of our military power. We don't really mind. Trust your neighbor. Excellent. As stipulated in Theravada teachings, we trust our neighbors. Alright. Once we get up to like 13, I'm just going to dump a bunch of military power into this. The levy. In time, many of the everyday occurrences of the life of the queen and her predecessors has become the subject of ceremony. Being able to attend the bedroom of the ruler as she dresses, for instance, is considered by many to be the best way to gain the ear of the queen. An elaborate court life will certainly limit the power of our nobles to plot against us in their countryside properties, but it could also prove quite expensive. Denying them the right to be part of the daily life of our queen entirely, on the other hand, would also limit their influence, but the nobility would resent it. Keep it at a modest level. Elaborate and lengthy ceremonies. National tax modifier -10 for 30 years. I don't think so. We have no need of such things. Let's keep it at a modest level. Now they're mad at us because we won't let them have crazy parties whenever they want. Oh, they want Diplo power now? We need Diplo power. Okay. Getting close to the point where I'm just going to start telling them to screw off when they come asking for tribute. Because the thing is, what I realized, even though that they might not get the disaster, although fucking Caradel, wow, they might get that disaster after all. Even if they don't, if we annex all of Southeast Asia and then stop paying them tribute, their mandate is going to tank. Because we're going to remove a lot of tributaries from their sphere. Yeah. Alright, military power. That's good. That's what we want you to take from us. We will be your subject for longer if you only take military power. Political capital. Protection of a powerful empire is a help not only against enemies abroad in the military sense, it is also a firm and clear signal to the political groups of our kingdom. It tells them that our queen is sanctioned by the Emperor of the Ming and lends some of his splendor to us. This will put an end to petty bickering. This allows us to bring peace to our subjects. I'd rather have legitimacy right now. And we finally finished our legitimacy defended mission that I think we've had since, like, the 1440s or the 1450s or something. So, incorporate Pegu into our country. That sounds like a good mission. It's going to be a while, but Bengal has announced Lanzhang as their rival. Awesome. So now Lanzhang will be our bros if Bengal tries to mess with us. I've been debating how far I actually want to conquer into India. Probably not that far. Maybe Bengal, just so I can get the Tibetan Plateau under control a little better. But mainly we want to start pushing towards Ming. That's the ultimate, that's the prize. Gotta keep our eyes on the prize. You can have it. Our truce with Dai Viet has ended. We have a good harvest. Let's put it into the treasury. We could probably pay off all of our loans. Boom. Let's hire an advisor. Let's hire a couple advisors. Let's hire a... Let's see. Price per month. Yeah, let's get a full rack of level 1 advisors. Let's get Improve Relations Advisor. Let's get National Tax Modifier Advisor, and we'll get a Discipline Advisor. Hell yeah. And we're still making a good amount of money. We could even upgrade one of these to a level 2. Yeah, we'll see. I'll think about it. I might want to save up some money to build some buildings, actually. Remember buildings? Buildings are an important thing that many civilizations throughout the ages have used. Alright. 11, 12. Alright, we now have colonialism present. So, it's going to cost a lot of money to embrace it, so it's a good thing we didn't hire level 2 advisors. The nobles are bitching about not owning enough land. We will give them Phnom Penh. That'll keep them happy. And let's build up to our new force limit. Let's cap out our cavalry at 16. Just so we don't have to worry about building cavalry anymore. And then we'll build a couple more units of infantry. I'll get to a better army ratio eventually. Just for now, I'm just kind of going with the flow. Normally I pay more attention to things like army ratio. Oh, our golden era has ended. Oh no, that's... The Mamluks have entered a golden era. Our golden era is still ongoing. I was gonna say, that seemed really quick for 50 years to be over. Keep on taking our mill power, guys. Oh yeah. It's gonna spread to these provinces really fast. It's gonna spread along the coast pretty quick, actually. Can we invest in admin tech? No, just military. We need to get 7-7 before we upgrade this to 9. Inheritance. Let's rule in favor of the disciple once again. Because we've done enough bad shit that we need to take the options that give us karma. Alright. New idea group. I hadn't actually really thought about what we want here, but... we should probably take military idea set. Yeah, because fighting the Ming is going to be tricky, and we have a lot of military power to burn now, so I think we'll take offensive ideas as our second. And that'll allow us to catch our other techs up, too. So, we've converted the heretics in Thalong. We can start working on some of these Hindu heretics right now. I'm just going to keep the spread of colonialism map mode open. Human sacrifice. Visan Ulak is in dire need of better infrastructure. The local monasteries are doing what they can, as are the local aristocrats, but if the area is to prosper, the state will have to step in. Plans to improve the situation and require extra workers to join the project from the countryside, but all farmers are busy with the harvest. As ruler, we can order them to lay down work to participate in construction projects for the common good, but in return they will expect to be paid the customary human sacrifice, or the equivalent of the amount of rice that they could have grown during the same time. So I can pay it, gain 10 karma, local development cost -10, and local tax modifier -50. That's not good. Abandon the project. Demand the farmers work without compensation. And we'll buy some karma. Actually, that is going to be about as much time as I have for this episode. Be sure to check out Loresworn.com. That's our website. We are at Loresworn Order on Twitter. I am at AsaTJ. That is ASATJ. And the mighty nation of Ayutthaya grows. We can finally start integrating Pegu. And we are spreading colonialism to the southeast. It's going to take a long time to get there from England. We've actually had the Southeast Asian Renaissance is now spreading well into India, and the Ming are starting to pick up a little bit of it. And yeah, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see you next time.